let's try this. Design a thank you card for a nightclub in Miami. So we're gonna just jump straight into it. Let's go into A4 page. And it doesn't seem to have an option for A5, so what you can do is you can just go divided by 2, which would half the number down, and same thing. First of all, my question is, why are they giving out thank you cards? It's like, thank you for dancing and buying all our drinks. We hope you had a pleasant time. And when we think Miami, we think of sun, I guess. Miami. Yeah, that's like the opening scene for CSI Miami. Literally. Okay, so, yep, okay, city skyscrapers. Yep, beaches. Yep, lots of water, sunsets. Okay, I guess we can come up with the name of the nightclub as well. Nightclub name generator. Wow, this is actually a thing. Pitbull, we'll call it the Pitbull. Okay, let's see. Let's call our nightclub. How about the Pitbull? We'll go with that. The Pitbull. And it's a thank you card. So, thank you needs to be very prominent. So we're going to just go thank you. And we're going to find a cool font. Maybe something like that. It doesn't look very nightclubby to me. That could kind of work. Oh no, what did I do? Okay, there we go. Transparency grid, whatever that is. Okay, so we've got thank you. What we're going to do is, if you've ever used Illustrator before, and when you resize your text box, it does that most of the time. So what you can do is just put it off to the side, and there's some advice from a designer. What was his name again? Aaron Draplin. Yes, Aaron Draplin. So basically, he's like, vectors are free. So, like, why are you trying to make things perfect when you can just basically just duplicate it as much as you want? So what you do is you just duplicate that, turn it into outlines, and now you can perfectly just size it however you want. So, I feel like nightclubs, especially in the, early 2000s and maybe even the 80s, like to do this thing where they just angle the text. So let's do that. And where would we be? Let's just jump back into image website, Unsplash, and let's just find a free image of Miami. Let's just straight up just take a picture of Miami. Perfect. Let's drop it in. Scale it to about there. Let's get the kind of straighten it up a bit, because this pole here is just angled and it's kind of awkward. So we'll straighten it up, bring it out a bit. Shouldn't really be stretching designs, but just for the purpose of this stream we'll do it. But don't do that for like professional work. Okay, so we've got that. And yeah, let's go and find some colors. Let's pick a color scheme. So some oranges, some reds would probably work well. Ooh, what if we keep these three like corporate colors and then change the last two? I'm kind of liking that. Kind of got like the dark colors to represent the nightclub, and then you've got the sort of summery orange and red for the Miami sort of look. I think that could work. Let's export that out. Whoa. Okay, so there's color palette. Let's bring it back to this, so people know what's going on. All right. Just create a quick logo for the Pitbull. I feel like for a name like the Pitbull, it needs something a little bit aggressive, but not like over the top. You want to keep it kind of like, still give it Miami vibes, but I'm actually on my desktop PC right now, so I don't have all my fonts on here, but should have enough to do this. Actually, that could work. About playing around with the colors. So what we can do is put this orange on the outline, put a bit of a stroke, then put it on the outside. That's too dark now. Actually, you know what? You know what's throwing me off? It's that pinkish sort of background. So let's just do that. What I'm going to do is just adjust the color slightly. There we go. So now it seems a little bit more cohesive, I guess. I'm not loving that color either. I'm really liking the bright orange. It's working quite well. Now, see how this bottom part has like a different shadow color? What I'm thinking is I'll do this. So that happens, and then I need to fix the gradient one more time. So see what's happening there? So it's actually now the shadow of the dark parts are kind of closer to that color. And I kind of don't like how this is going at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just... So right now it's kind of plain still. So what we can do is to make it seem just a little bit more legit. We can put a date on it, so let's say 22nd of the 2nd. Actually, what's the date today? It's 25th or 24th. 24th of the 2nd, 2021. And then put like a fake DJ name as well, like DJ, what are we gonna call him? DJ Fast. DJ Fast and Loose, let's do that. Thanks for the suggestion, Sega, although you didn't quite suggest it, I just looked at the comments. Okay, and what we can do is make this slightly more fancy. I'm making it superscript. Like that, DJ Fast and Loose. Got our dates. What we can do is we can zoom in here and try and get a rectangle about the same height as that part of the E, with about the same spacing, and take that and just drag it along to the date, up about there. See, it's already looking pretty legit just by adding that line in. Let's do that. Okay. So, to be honest with you, I'm not loving this thank you right now, but I guess it's here just for now. What if we get rid of that part, blow this up bigger? Okay, something else we can do is we can put all that to this side. Let's say a genre, electro beats. So let's say EDM only from 8 p.m. Okay, so actually, you know what? This is called the Pitbull nightclub with DJ Fast and Loose. EDM only from 8 p.m. Let's give it a. Actually, let's accurately date this. So the next Friday is the 26th. It's the 26th of the 2nd. EDM only from 8 p.m. And then we're going to call it Fast Fridays. There we go. That's a good one. Fast Fridays. Fast Fridays at the Pitbull. Okay, so we got our details there. Let's remove the date. Let's make the text smaller. Okay, so now we're kind of getting more into the flow of design. Before it was a bit messy, but kind of getting there now. I think these beats are helping. Okay, so if you notice here, Pitbull is not very easy to read. So there's a couple of ways we can do this. We can just bring it up like that, and I think that's already better. So let's leave it like that. But I want to make the spacing kind of similar between all of it. Okay, that works for me. Actually, the only thing I don't like about this is it's all right aligned. So I'm going to left align it all, flip it over this side, put the date on the right side, and yeah, I'm a lot happier with that. I don't know if I want to try something different where it's like right on the edge. Nah. Let's just do that. Let's tighten it into the design just a little bit more. So we'll bring that across. Here's something else you can do. You can do something like give it an end space, then put a line in, end space, and then from 8 p.m. Fast Fridays at the Pitbull. Oops, the delete key came flying off my keyboard. So at the Pitbull. So that way, instead of like having 4 lines, you've brought it down to 2. And I think that kind of works better. What I would probably do is just bring the font size down by 1 more just to get it. When designing anything, try not to go less than 6 pt with your font size. So we're going to call this Thank You Miami Nightclub. Remember to save. Saving is important. I feel like we need a exclamation mark in there, so let's get that in. The nightclub really wants to thank you for spending all your money on drinks and being on the dance floor. Now, just by putting in this text at the top, like additional details about the actual event, everything just looks that much more legit. So I want to try and add one other thing, and it could work and it might not work, but let's see. Let's test it out. That's what designing is all about, you know. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a really thick border around the entire thing, and then we're going to make it so the border is going inwards. What we'll do is we'll just drop that down 1 more, so looks like that. You know what would be cool? If we get rid of this thing, drop that down, and then found some really like sick font, like like that, and then make this superscript. So we'll superscript the bruh, that's like legit already. Okay, then we'll just make this really big so everyone knows where you're at. You're at the Pitbull, mate. Okay, and then actually that's a bit too big. A bit too big for my liking. Let's drop it down a little bit. And then we take nightclub, drop that down a lot, then like kern it out like that. And I think just bringing that down slightly. So you have that kind of effect, I guess. I'm going to stylize this thing just so it's a bit more of a actual company rather than just a font. So what I'll do is I'll get a couple triangles. So everybody loves triangles. I will make a funky shape like that. Make sure that they are perfectly distributed. Nope, not like that. Like that. And let's just randomly put it above the eye. Honestly, it's just a random little graphic. Just having that customizes the logo so much. Gives it its own little design element. So we got a pretty quick logo there. Let's maybe make that a little bit smaller. So going back to this border now, let's try, okay, with the border, I want to try something where, let's just increase it a little bit to about 14 pt. Grab our font first, so let's grab this font. Because it's the same color as the border, let's just make sure we change it to the darkest color in our palette. Say something like, thank you for spending time. Thank you for dancing at Fast Fridays at the Pitbull. Join us again next Friday. Maybe we can just put something on each side. Thank you to those who are currently watching the stream. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so that's something else. Join us again next Friday for another round. Copy that to that side. I mean, I don't hate it. Something. Did this. Okay, you know what I don't like now? The thank you font. I think that's what's throwing me off. So we'll drag that back in. Let's get that the same font as the Pitbull font. That could probably work. And let's just blow it up like really massive. What if we're generous? Let's make it a generous nightclub. 1 free drink. Redeem 1 free drink on your next visit. Dang, imagine all the people that will be going to this nightclub for that 1 free drink. Let's make sure we spelled the words correctly. Redeem 1 free drink, and then what we'll do to make this even more legit, we'll get our eyedropper tool and maybe select a different color, that. And then we don't want an orphan, so we'll do that. Doing 1 free drink on your next visit. Love it. Okay. What if we made this that color as well? Yeah, that kind of works. Save that. Now, we can make it even more legit. I know I throw that word a lot. I throw that word around a lot, but trust me on this. It's legit. It's loose and legit. So, okay. You know what might work? Is to get that filter as well. Make a copy of it and just put it at the top as well. Yeah, that's good. So, to make this even more legit, what I would do, hang on, I should probably drink some water first. Stay hydrated. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll put in little asterisks after drink, and then we'll make it a superscript, so it's like that. Add the thing in that everyone hates, but is it kind of okay now? Drop shadow as long as it's subtle. So make it super subtle if possible, so 25%. Not so much blur. Maybe 2 pixel offset. Just make it slightly more subtle, 10%. 15. Let's go 20. Just so it pops a little bit. Subtle drop shadow. And yeah, so we've got the little asterisks next to that. So what we're going to do next, bring that up slightly, and then we'll grab the smallest font on there, and we'll go even smaller. We'll go 4.4 for disclaimer text. I'm going to type here is we're going to go asterisks, make sure it's left aligned, and we'll say standard beers only, no cocktails. So there you have it. I think we'll leave it at that. What do you think about thank you card for a nightclub in Miami? Honestly, I don't know why they'd be handing out thank you cards, but it is what it is.